My name is Molly Diehl, and I am a senior at St. Louis University in the Nutrition and Dietetics program. Today, I want to make quick baked pears, especially for cardiovascular disease patients. They're gluten-free, which is also a bonus, but for those who are unaware, cardiovascular disease patients, we're looking for low in sugars, low in sodium, /salt, and low in fat. But this is going to be a dessert, and sometimes desserts are kind of hard to incorporate all that, so I hope that this is not only delicious, but kind of meets those qualifications. So let's get started. I'm starting with 2 pears. One I've already cut for you, but I'll just demonstrate how to slice the pear. The pear doesn't really matter. I'm using Bosc, but you can use any pear that's in season or at the market. Give them a little time to ripen, because I think they will be, sometimes they can be a little hard once you get them out of the grocery store. And what we're doing is just peeling, and then we're going to cut it lengthwise in half and put it in our dish. And the idea behind all this is that we're going to poach these pears. However, sometimes it takes a little too long and a little too difficulty to do it the correct way, so we're going to do it in the microwave, and it will be done before you know it. So here, we're just getting all the peel off, most of it. The stem can stay on, but then we'll cut it here. And then you're going to get a spoon. Any tool will work out to take out the core. So go a little bit deeper, because we're going to be putting a nice hefty scoop of granola in. So I just take out the core, the stem, the seeds, and then you're going to put it face, you could do it either way, face down or face up. I choose face down. And this is for 4 halves. So 2 pears, 4 halves. So I'll just do all of them. Why not? More the merrier. Now, cardiovascular disease patients, when we talk about low salt, what does this really mean? A lot of times, salt can creep up in us on our desserts, and just this has no salt in the recipe. Naturally is okay, but we just really don't want that added salt. The added salt on from like a table shaker. So. Okay, my pears are done, and now I put them in the microwave, and I have 1/4 cup of apple juice here shown in the bottom of my pie dish. Any microwave dish is fine. And then you're going to put it in the microwave just for 6 to 8 minutes. Luckily, I already have one done, like that. And voila. You're looking for a little warm, pretty toast, not like too hot to the touch, because then you don't want it to fall apart. And then I can just keep it in this tray. It's pretty presentable. That's what I like about this dish. If you're serving for your family or for yourself, it is something you're going to probably want to eat right away. So here I have 1/4 cup of dried fruit and 1/4 cup of granola. You can buy the granola, you can make it, which I will be showing as well. But just mix the 2 together, and you're going to place some here in the center. This granola specifically, I don't want to give too much away, but it's very basic, no salt, just almonds, cinnamon. It has a little of the sugar from pure maple syrup, but it's okay. Okay, and we're going to sprinkle in a little cinnamon and sugar. So I have 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. Just for decoration, taste, however you want. You don't have to do all of it. Just kind of gives you a nice ratio. And if you want, you can serve it with vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. I prefer whipped cream. And we'll just have show you a presentation plate. So it can be just served like this at your family meal, or it can be served in a dish, which is totally fine. So I'm just going to scoop one of these here, and I have my, we'll just use this again. Why not? This could be reduced fat as well. And there's the presentation plate. However, I don't want to just stop there because that granola, like I said, can be homemade. And so I want to show you a really quick, simple recipe on how to make homemade granola. So, I have it already here for you. It's going to be basic, a dry, add to the wet, put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and you're golden. So, let's get started. I'm going to have 2 bowls, one for my wet, one for my dry, and a baking sheet. You want to preheat that oven to 300 degrees. Some people put higher and then different temperatures. Just make sure whatever you're doing that you don't overcook it, and you're going to want to check on it. Okay, so we'll start with dry. So I have 2.5 cups of oats here, mixing in. And then I have 3/4 cup of slivered almonds. And then finally some cinnamon. And just a little bit of salt if you need, but again, for those cardiovascular patients, maybe you don't want to add that salt. Give that a little stir. You're just mixing it. It's all going to get mixed in just a little bit as well. For those dry ingredients, we're going to have 1/4 cup of coconut oil. This certainly can be a different type of fat. I prefer coconut oil. I think it's a little bit healthier, but there's still research to be done on it. And then this is the bad part of it. It's maple syrup, but you can reduce the amount, or you can alter your sugar, something with maybe like natural sugar, sweetener. And then you want a little vanilla, because we want that vanilla flavor. About 1/2 teaspoon is all we need. Okay, and we're gonna just give that a little mix. It does kind of become cohesive. And then in a second, we're gonna add the wet ingredients to the dry, and that's it. That's what I love about it. It's so easy. Okay, doesn't have to be that perfect. So we're gonna add it together here. Best of our ability. And just now, what I'm gonna do is just mix it just so that most of the oats are moist. It doesn't have to be one big ball. You're just looking for that. There's a little coating at least, so that you really want those chunks of granola. You don't want just like a rolled oat. You want the cluster. That's the best part. And then I have wax paper here. Put parchment paper here. You can use wax paper too. And when you get it all ready, then I'm just gonna lay it all on, spread it out. For this recipe, a 1/2 sheet, baking sheet's totally fine. Of course, you can use more just so that it can air out, because that is an important quality into this recipe, air. Okay, so like I said, just 300 degrees. I think it's actually 45 minutes. Just check on it. You want to check on it about every 15 minutes. Give it a little flip with your spatula, with your utensil, and then pull it out. And you may be deceived because initially it doesn't look like it's done. It's still wet. You'll probably touch it after 45 minutes and it's still like moist, and that's totally okay. When you pull it out, you're gonna let it dry for 30 minutes, give or take. And this one is already done for you. It's already even dried, but just let it, and then it lasts forever. That's what I love about it. It's so great. So then just enjoy it. It's great. And it goes with your dish. And there you go. Thank you.